Now, what are all the elements for success? We have, down here, we have two building blocks. And one is culture, and the other one is collaboration. Now, collaboration starts also with things like, how do we use such a platform here? With questions like, do I keep eye contact with you? Looking you in the eyes, or do I rather focus on the screen while I talk to you? Do I actually talk to you, or do I talk with you? So the way of how do we communicate, how do we use such platforms, such tools in order to have an impact, to have an effect here. And this is the building block of collaboration. And after the two building blocks of culture and collaboration, there's 5 more success factors that we need to get right to get an organization really running smoothly, gaining the benefits for remote organizations. And that is clear communication. If remote leadership means that communication is transformed, then we need to think about how we can do that. The biggest difference that most leaders say they perceive is that the so-called by the way communication is going away. This is the communication where you walk by a desk of a colleague and go like, dear colleague, by the way, and then you discuss a topic. That water cooler chat is going away, and that means we need to be more clear. Also, having that remote setting, me not having the chance to have you in a room here now and working also with my bodily presence makes it more necessary that I do some other tilts in my communication to actually have an effect on you that's as big as I can have. Also, for communication, how can you handle employees who have some problems and are introverts, so they don't like to share them? How do you recognize that there's something wrong, and how do you open up a conversation to get then the second thing, the relationships right? Not only communication and relationships is important, but also retention, and that means data and information retention. How can we make sure that the flow of information that is normally also very intuitive is actually going right in an organization? How can we develop people, even in a remote setting? And how can we make sure that coordination is right, that the right people are sitting at the virtual right table, that everybody is on board for the right things? For all of those upper things, the culture and the collaboration and how we interact are the very important key factors. And for culture, it is very much important that we get right the idea on how can we design the culture nowadays. And also it's important to know what not to do wrong.